on the play for the second round. This looks like a good one. I think opt with a chance of getting a red land. We can run out the Deep Root Champion if we want on turn 2. Let's just pass here. Okay, so this is a real challenge because this is, I think mono red is the base of the format. If you're not beating mono red some amount at a time, you probably shouldn't be playing your deck. Okay, we'll keep it. It's not the best red source, but I don't think we can put it to the bottom. I do think there's merit in just running out the champ now. Because if the opponent can't answer it, it's probably going to win this game. If they can answer it, it's stopping them from developing a threat on turn 2. If they use lightning strike it, that's a lightning strike that's not going to my face. None of that is bad. What is bad is we still haven't found a permanent red source. We also have a 2-drop. Doesn't look like it. Let's opt here. I cannot say no to a 4th land, so I'm going to keep it, but not exactly what we want. Deciding what answer to use here, and I think it's a braid. Or it's probably harness, because that obviously that way I keep red mana. Okay, yeah, it's harness. And if they want to crack it, they're going to discard cards. If they want to keep me off red, they don't know I'm not on red. But if they want to keep me off red, they have to have me discarding. They have to be discarding cards, which is probably not worth it. Okay, Censor's not a bad one. Let's pass the turn. Ouch. Stupid deserts. And I think again here I'm just going to kill this. I think Bomat Courier is one of the better things they can be doing against control decks in general. I think the card is very underestimated against control decks. Using the Magma Spray, I would prefer to keep that for Kenraz, but I don't think opponent has a Kenra if they haven't played it. And I think a Braid for Kari Zev, which they can play post-combat, is more important. There's a card that we do not want resolving. Probably means they have multiple if they're just doing it right here. Which is going to be tough for us to beat, but we can hold it off a little longer. If we get a Gearhulk, will we be memorying in this matchup? I don't know. We have no Glimmer so far, and that is a problem with these control decks. You rely pretty hard on Glimmer to get ahead. But Glimmer costs a lot, and Glimmer doesn't actually put you ahead that many cards. It's putting you, +1 up. Okay, Scavenging Grounds. I didn't know if they'd still be playing that, but I guess Godfar's Gift seems like a pretty good deck at the moment. There's a nice blue-black version of it going around. That makes my Gearhulk less appealing. It's also another desert to be activating off the Rune app. 16 is a nice healthy life total though. No uses of the Rune app runes. Ramen app, even runes. Desperate for a Glimmer here. Okay. Asking you will receive, says Moto. Passing of the turn. They have 8 damage on board though. Scary stuff. The way the game's playing out, it feels like they just have some lightning strikes in hand or something. Definitely bottom. Fortunately, it looks like the game has gone a bit beyond my Spell Pierce. Though I don't think it's awful in this matchup. And again, every lightning strike that's going to hit my Deep Root champion is not one hitting my face. I'm fine with going 1-for-1 with them like that. Or that's at least what I say until they hit Hazoret. Karizev. I think I have to let it resolve. Though I don't like it. See if they have another lightning strike. I've seen a lot of Teros lightning strikes, just no one has the new ones. Easy to pull an old common from your collection that everyone had. So now Essence Scatter makes me feel a little safer about a god coming down. I am currently just losing to the board though. Taking tree a couple too many times here isn't going to be healthy. I guess a tower is what we really want. Tower to kill Karizev and pump this. At the same time, we can still keep up Essence Scatter. Because they do have this 8 damage just waiting for us. Just in a braid seems fine to me. Can we find a tower for Karizev? Or is this a removal spell? Gear Hulk. I might have to commit this. This is close. Let's see if they start using those runes. They do. Going to 8 is scary here. Maybe not the correct play. I'm going to give myself one more chance to draw an out to Karizev before pulling the trigger, but that 3 life might be a bit too much. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm just going to end up dying to another lightning strike here. Maybe that was a mistake. Letting it go to combat. Another desert will do it as well. We also just don't have a threat. We couldn't stick to Deep Roots. Deep Roots 8-3 removal spells though. And that's worth knowing. Noting even. Put this back to the top. I predict that I'll tap out for a Glimmer and I'll just die to a couple of... Wow. Okay, maybe their hand was discarded with them. Do I need to scatter that? No, I think I wait on a Glimmer now because the chances of me not hitting a removal spell off Glimmer doesn't seem too high. They could just strike me here. Okay, bottom, top. Nice. It's not a bad one. They just need one more desert though. Is there a scary thing here? Or one more strike. They've only used 2 of them. Shock will do as well. They just have a really good burn package now. They have much worse creatures, but they have a way better burn package than they did before. Man, who knew reusable Barbarian Ring would be a bit too good for Standard? I say a bit too good. Just an excellent card in Standard. Disallow is excellent because now it stops one of the activations. Man, where are my towers and Gearhulks? I think one champion's at the bottom. Lightning Strike. Do I just counter that? I guess I just disallow that because it's doing more damage than the Rune App runes would. And now I have to Essence Scatter, and if they have a... If that last card that's been lingering in their hand is a god, we just lose. Ooh, disallow. Spell Pierce has become relevant again over the game, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I have to counter it. Again, it's more damage than the Rune App. There's a tower. Maybe it's an Abrade stuck in their hand. That would make this suck. Well, no, because I can counter it. Yeah, okay. Not definitely winning now, but we can also consider the memory in our graveyard. Abrade actually made a lot of sense there. We can consider it. I don't think we can. 4 is just too of a precarious life total, but that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but it happens. It's a good draw from opponent. Now we have the memory. That's kind of funny. 1, 2. Otherwise, they just kill us. There's nothing we can do about it. So we have to hope they get a bad hand. Or we get a very good hand. The reason we didn't play a land, I know we could have, but the reason we didn't play a land is because I want to be able to play it on tapped land possibly. The chance of me drawing no lands is like almost impossible, and I want to be able to play it on tapped land if I get it. So 3, 2... Yeah, well, we have a disallow, so if disallow, we have an onboard removal spell. We have an opt. If we get to untap, I'm probably playing a deep root champion. I get to win pretty fast. Karisev is fine. That just dies the tower. That is less fine, but we can disallow activations. Essence Scatter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana next turn. If I keep Essence Scatter, I can go Deep Root Champion down to 10, Disallow, and Gearhulk. I guess I can just keep up the Essence Scatter. I don't need to Deep Root Champion, but I want to put pressure on the board. I don't need that, I think. Definitely is playing our opt right now. I'm going to use this and I can disallow it now, and that will let me use my mana to its fullest. Bottom. So 3, 4, 5. 8, 9, 10, 11. 13. Does 13 make a difference? What does 13 let me do? It lets me go deep root, attune down to 10, and both of these, and no, it doesn't make a difference. If we're dead, we're just dead. There's not really anything we can do about it. An island. I guess saving the ops could have been optimal for the Deep Root champion as well. There's a chance if I really need to put that clock on them. But I also just wanted to find more hard counters if I could. Maybe keeping the Essence Scatter was correct. So, do I care about that? Yes, because I can't, because they nearly definitely have a Lightning Strike. So I can't care about that. Otherwise I lose. Is there a way I can win over 2 turns here? 17, 14. No. Do I just have to care about that and hope they don't have a Lightning Strike? I think the Sun-Scorched Desert probably got me. Difference between 4 and 3 is now immense. Plus now it's more likely I can just win very fast. Okay, they go to I go to 2. I would have been dead if I had let Hazoret live. So I go this. I can put him to 14 and have 8 attack, 9 attack. I don't think there's a way I can win unless I get another disallow. Essence Scatter. Unfortunate. So if I had kept the Essence Scatter, do I win this game? I think if I keep the Essence Scatter, I would have won this game. I think I got greedy with bottoming it. This was close though. Interesting game. A lot of decision points, and I have a feeling I could have won. If I'd kept the ops for my Deep Root champion, maybe I win. Maybe I just outrace my opponent here. Like it would be, I would have got in at least 4 more damage. And then we could have looked at activating the tower an extra time, playing in a braid. Well, we're going to Essence Scatter that. Huh. It's a weird play. Wow. My opponent just doesn't activate Ramanap runes, instead plays a Hazoret. So, I think my opponent thinks they're playing around disallow, but I can just disallow the Hazoret. That's insane. What else would they play around there? We've hit Glimmer into a bunch of stuff. That was a... I think I misplayed and my opponent misplayed back to me. So I want the second hour to deal with Hazorets. I also like these shielded Aether Thieves. They buy me a bit more time. In general. I'm not sure what to think about committing the matchup. It's another answer to Hazoret and Chandra. Post board, I don't like Spell Pierce. So Spell Pierce was decent there. I think the games can just tend to go a bit long. And I think Censor and Disallow are a bit slow. But I guess Disallow is probably just better than this. We have a lot of abilities we want to disallow. Okay, let's try that. I'm not sure if I'm boarding properly. The other thing is maybe I should bring in Sweltering Suns here, but then I have a lot of sweepers and sometimes they just burn you out and have the land. I think this is actually keepable on the draw. If They have a really good curve. See, these are the times where I probably want Sweltering Suns, but I don't know. Is it good enough? I think I want Island here instead of Mountain. I think I'd rather get this guy down. He eats burn spells or he draws me cards. See, Sweltering Suns would look pretty fantastic here. We don't need to play it yet. That's a really good draw though. Now I can decide if they play another creature, I might want to Shield Thief or I might want to possibly harness the creature. Lightning fast start here from my opponent. Block here. Now we can also have Disallow up, or we can kill this pre-combat. Kill this pre-combat and opt. We can also draw a card. And that's fine. Opponent kind of just letting me know with that play that the coast is clear to kill their creature, that I'm not going to get punished with a Hazoret. Though I guess that opponent is just trying to load this up to draw cards because the rest of their hand isn't great. Would be my guess. I'm going to kill this. Okay, well I want to opt. So I know... Well, I guess I should draw first so I know what I want. But I'm going to keep that anyway because I need lands. Do this. After my opponent draws, I want to kill this guy. I think... We'll sack it in response, but this way... Oh! They must have drawn something good. That probably means I'm dying to a Hazoret here. Well, if I find a land, we might still be fine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Go to tree. Opt again, but we're just dead. If we find an untapped land, we stop at tree, and tree is a stupidly low life total for this matchup, but no. I think that's still the correct line of play by me. They had to draw the... I'm pretty sure they drew the Hazoret that turn, or they baited me pretty fantastically there. Okay, I think we run it back. Maybe I want some amount of Sweltering Suns still. I don't think so. Again, it was just a Hazoret that was the problem. It wasn't my opponent going wide. Okay, this hand's pretty great. I think I can wait till I have the champ out to actually play the Attune. Because I can just Magma Spray their first creature here and Aether Thief their second one, and then turn 3 I can champ plus Attune. We still want to play it out. We have to waste energy to do this, but I still think it's fine. If our Deep Root champion gets killed, we're not in the best position, to be honest. Got Forest here. Next one we'll probably get an island. If we draw a Glimmer, we're in a decent spot. Cost 3 to get an energy, yeah. I've said it a million times before, I love that these things don't have they don't have Defender anymore. I think Defender's a pretty feel-bad mechanic at times. Still want to block here. Double shock is what really gets me. But I want to block, I want to gain an energy, and they probably have to kill this to stop me from drawing cards, but then they're not killing Deep Root Champion, so... Oh, I clicked the wrong land. I meant to get a forest. I think I even said it out loud. I don't think it matters too much if that guy's dying, but... Got a forest this time. You know, it's not the worst draw we can have, but I would have preferred something like an Opt to play and make this guy a 4-4. Or a Glimmer or something next turn. I can make it a 4-4, soak up a bit of damage, and then hour their board. Is the dream. So I think I can still wait a turn. And block. I really needed a spell there, though. Chandra, of course. Put 2 cards in hand. If one of them isn't Hazaret, we're in an okay spot. If it is, we're dead. And I think that is a tale as old as time at this stage. Yeah, maybe if I had opted into something... Oh, Chandra. Okay. Fortunately, that's game. Just a couple too many lands in that one. Deep Roots maybe not doing enough and maybe showing that they shouldn't be in the board. Shouldn't be in the deck post board. Yeah, maybe I should be sideboarding the Deep Roots out. The opponent just has too much burn. Too much cheap interaction. So we're going to look into that next time we play Red. But that's an important matchup. Not being able to win that one is a bit of a bummer. If we can't shore up that matchup, I'm not sure if this is a deck that we want to be playing going forward. See you for next game.